Willem Racer here. I've been spending some time working on the big P-40 from Parkflyer Plastics, and I wanted to share the progress on the fuselage. The build process starts with marking the former locations on the build rig and placing the formers on the rig. I added some 90-degree guides that were bonded to the rig to hold the firewall square, and then added small foam spacers to ensure that the formers stayed true while the skins were bonded. These spacers are secured with hot glue and were removed once the skins and a cap strip were installed. Prior to adding the skins, you also attach a temporary cockpit deck that is used as a point to align the skins. I used some painter's tape to apply the clamping force when attaching the skin, and after sheeting the first side, the push rod guides were installed, and then the second side was sheeted. The aft cap strips was installed, and then a rough shape, and the cutouts after the cockpit were made. And the cowling is made out of 1/2-inch foam. I didn't have any foam that was exactly 1/2 inch, so I used a simple hot wire jig to try to trim my 3/4 inch foam down, and it seemed to work pretty well. The cowl and fuse were aligned with balsa to give a clean seam, and then recessed 440 retaining bolts were added so I could secure the cowl with those. With the cowl attached, everything was sanded to a rough shape. Some additional material was added to form the scoop on the top of the cowl and the forward fuselage. And at this point, the hatch was cut in and lined with balsa, and a retaining latch was installed. Additional sanding and shaping and some cleanup was done, and at this point I think the fuselage looks pretty good. I need to put it aside for now and build the wing so that I can work on the wing saddle before I go any further. I need the wing saddle done before I can do the fiberglassing work. So I'm pretty happy with how everything's going so far. I like the way it looks. It's instant gratification. It's a pretty quick build so far. So that's it. Have a good one.